Hello everyone!
Hey!
We're here. It's the Fanscars, the first annual. So this is awards for movies released in 2017.
Yeah, so everything released in the past 2 months has to be released in 2017 to be eligible for our awards.
Yeah.
And this is where we did our nominees and best whatever, our winner for multiple categories. We're going to go through them as we're doing them. Our only, sadly, we're not perfect.
Yeah.
Especially since MoviePass only started their $10 a month thing in August.
Which is when we started watching every movie.
Which is when we started seeing every movie.
Although Cody missed some after that.
We're not perfect, so to say. We tried our best to see everything before August, but sadly...
We missed a lot.
So, sadly, these are our movies that we did not get to see in 2017.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
So those, unfortunately, all those movies just listed are not eligible here. They will be eligible for our honorable mentions. So in each category, each one of us gets an honorable mention, so we can acknowledge a movie or a performance or anything that maybe the other person didn't see, or maybe the other person just didn't like enough for it to be nominated.
Yeah.
So it's a way for us to kind of shine a light on something that we personally really enjoyed, but it wasn't strong enough for the both of us to really get acknowledged.
Yeah.
So we'll have that for each category. We'll say that first, and then so for each category, for most categories it's 5. Well, so we'll do 4 nominees, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a winner that's not separate from those nominees.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah.
So you'll get the hang of it, and then we'll talk a little bit about each of our winners and why it won.
Yeah, we obviously, just saying the title of the movie doesn't show what we think about it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start us off here.
All right.
First one, I'll start.
Okay.
First, best cameo. Cameos have been a strong presence in film pretty much since Marvel. Marvel really introduced the cameo, and it's been a lot of people using
Marvel movies nominated.
And not a single Marvel movie is nominated.
My honorable mention... Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Okay, my honorable mention is Bruce Willis in Split.
Mm-hmm. And my honorable mention, I consider this cameo, but Tobin Bell in Jigsaw. It's great to see him in there for his little screen time as he did.
So our nominees are John Bernthal in Wind River,
Zac Efron in The Disaster Artist,
Colin Hanks in Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle,
Kristen Wiig in Mother,
and our winner is Frank Oz in Star Wars The Last Jedi. So, spoilers do not matter in this because these movies came out like last year. Yoda is in Star Wars The Last Jedi, and it was amazing, and Frank Oz, who has voiced Yoda the whole time, did the voice, and it's Puppet Yoda.
It was funny because I thought Frank Oz had passed away. I don't know how I thought this. I thought he had been dead for a couple years. So I was like, wow, whoever did that did it was a really good Yoda. And then he was like, yeah, Frank Oz is still alive, and he's the one who did it. I was like, oh my god, amazing. No wonder it was so good. But it was one of my highlights of that movie. It was amazing that they could get him involved and that he could work in that film.
I don't think anyone was expecting it to show up.
No, not at all.
So, okay.
Oh, our
second award is the Why Are You Even in This Award? So this is for performances that are like, why were you in this movie?
It's pretty much the anti-cameo in a way.
Yeah, it's like people, they're either just their role was so insignificant, or
they're too big of a star. There's multiple reasons.
Yeah.
And once you see who we've nominated, you'll understand that.
Okay.
So our nominees are Kim Basinger in 50 Shades Darker,
Josh Duhamel in Chips,
Kiefer Sutherland in Flatliners,
Stanley Tucci in Beauty and the Beast.
And our winner, the entire supporting cast of the Lego Batman movie.
Oh, we didn't say our honorable mentions.
Oh yeah, sorry. And our honorable mentions: John Cena and Daddy's Home 2.
Mine was Meg Whitman and Chips.
Yeah.
All right. So
But if you're probably wondering what
Yeah.
why, what do you mean? Go on IMDb and look up the Lego
the
Batman
voice
movie.
cast,
Literally, there is a big star for every single villain in this movie.
they each got like one line. You
Who has
can't
maybe one
tell
line.
that it's them.
It makes
yeah.
no sense that any of these people are in this
They,
movie.
they just
like,
feel misused.
Yeah. I mean, there's really big actors who are playing, get a line and
Which is like kind of cool, but it's like at the same time
it's animated, so it
it's
doesn't.
one line,
Yeah.
and like I don't think a single one I was like, oh, that was this person.
No,
Because
not
you
at
can't
all.
tell from a single line.
Not at all. So that was our one that why are you in this? We have no clue. So
Oh, we didn't say that. Okay, so this is the first of 3 videos. So these are like our fun awards that aren't like featured in the Oscars or anything like that.
yeah. Go
Alright,
ahead.
so this is best performance by young actor or actress. So actually you're supposed to, but anyway.
Yeah.
So this is, go ahead.
Yeah. So it's always good to see young people in film. Young performances have, in my opinion, been getting better and better over the last couple decades.
There are a lot of really impressive ones this year.
Yeah, a lot. This was a hard year, so we picked out the 5.
Our
for sure.
cutoff was 18, so you had to be under 18.
Under 18, yeah, we consider you an young actor. Once I think you get to 18, more doors open for you for sure.
So
honorable mentions.
Mine was Brooklyn Prince from the Florida Project.
Mine was Amelia Miller for War for the Planet of the Apes.
So our nominees are Jaden Lieberher for It,
Sophia Lillis for It,
Jacob Tremblay for Wonder.
Isabella Vidovic for
I
Wonder.
think it's Vidovich.
Vidovich, I'm sorry.
And our winner is Daphne Keane for Logan. What's to say? She's amazing. She speaks Spanish and
language.
English
Yeah.
in the movie.
Very fluently in both.
Most of it's a silent performance. She doesn't speak for most of it. And
Yeah.
she just has a great presence and like an anger about her.
I don't know if
She's
I
like a feral. Someone said she was like a feral dog in the movie. And
Yeah, it's like I can't think
She's
of
like a
another
wild
childhood
animal.
performance. I mean, people use the word brooding a lot, but not for child performances. And
Yeah.
this whole movie,
Yeah.
she has just this anger that is sitting inside her, and once the claws come out, she's ready to rip some heads off.
She's
that's
awesome.
for sure. She's incredible. Our next one, pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, so our next few are like genre awards. So this one is best comedy.
So our nominees
Well,
for best.
our honorable mention. My honorable
Oh,
mention is
sorry.
Girls Trip.
Mine is A Bad Mom's Christmas. It's a good movie. I like Bad Mom's Christmas. But our nominees are for best comedy of the year: The Disaster Artist,
Downsizing,
Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle,
Logan Lucky.
and our winner, Lady Bird. It's.
I don't want to say too much about this movie because we're gonna get a chance to talk more.
Yeah, we're
about
gonna
it
talk.
later.
We're gonna talk about this movie later, but
It's
it
just
was way
so
funnier
good.
than I was
It's so
expecting
funny.
going into it. It has really, really great comedic moments, just great comedic acting, but it's really grounded and dramatic. Loved it. Loved it. Go ahead.
Next category is best sci-fi or horror film. My honorable mention is It Comes at Night.
Mine is Alien Covenant.
So our nominees are Blade Runner 2049,
Get Out.
The Shape of Water,
Split.
and our winner is It. So the Stephen King adaptation.
What is it?
It.
No,
It's It.
It's it. Oh man,
What a great Stephen King adaptation. Again, we'll get a chance to talk about this movie later. Just about all these movies.
But just as you can see by those 5, just a great horror sci-fi.
Yeah,
represented.
a really good year.
Really good year, especially horror. Really good year. Hopefully this will. It's been a trend for the last couple of years. Horror's really stepped up its game.
Yeah.
Hopefully that continues because I love me a good horror movie,
Yeah.
and this year did not disappoint. Our next category is Best Action Comic Book Movie. They're kind of almost the same, so we put them together on this one. My honorable mention, Thor Ragnarok. I love Thor Ragnarok.
Mine was Kong Skull Island.
I sadly did not get to see that, and I am very anxious to see it. So our nominees,
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2,
Logan,
Spider-Man Homecoming,
Wonder Woman,
and our winner is not a comic book movie. Our winner was Baby Driver. Again, we're going to get a chance to speak about this later. But yeah, this movie was awesome.
This is one of the few action movies this year. By the end of it, I felt like I was in it. I was shaking.
It was so exciting.
It's so intense.
Yeah.
Absolutely intense. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out.
Yeah, Baby Driver's awesome. Okay. So our next one. So this is kind of a fun one.
Yeah.
So it's best reboot, remake, or sequel. So it's pretty self-explanatory. My honorable mention again is Kong Skull Island.
Had to whip out Alien Covenant again. Yeah, very good.
So our nominees are Blade Runner. Oh, sorry, go.
Yeah, Blade Runner 2049,
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2,
Star Wars: The Last Jedi,
Thor Ragnarok.
and our winner, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh my God.
A
This is how
reboot-
you reboot a
I was gonna
franchise.
say, this is a reboot and a sequel all in one,
Yeah.
and wow, this is definitely the movie that proved origin story. Say what? You know, we don't need an origin
Yeah,
story
thank goodness.
for every single superhero we
Yeah.
get. That was the biggest fault with the Andrew Garfield or maybe the Spider-Man franchise, is they literally tried to reboot it from the ground up.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we know what we love about Spider-Man. Just give him something fresh, give him something new, and Spider-Man: Homecoming is all that.
And I love Tobey Maguire, but Tom Holland's the best Spider-Man yet.
Yeah, I could agree. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my turn. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Best. So this one we
This is a
came up
fun
with.
one,
This
too.
is a fun
Yeah.
one too. Best non-original song.
So it's a pre-existing song that is
Used
featured in the movie.
Used in a
Yeah.
movie, yeah. It's we always see the Academy Awards do best original song, but best non-original song. It's always great watching a movie and a song we really like just
Yeah.
pops up in the movie. You're like,
Yeah.
hey, this is a great song, and we thought these were the best uses of great songs.
Yeah. So our nominees are "Crash Into Me" by Dave Matthews Band and "Lady Bird."
Redbone by Childish Gambino, used in the movie Get Out.
"The Rhythm of the Night" by Corona and The Disaster Artist.
Take Me Home, Country Roads, performed by John Denver in the movie Alien Covenant.
Oh, I thought we decided it was Logan Lucky.
Alien Covenant
slash Logan Lucky.
Alien
It's
Covenant
used in
and
both.
Logan Lucky. Who
And-
saw it that would be used in 2 movies this
Yeah,
year?
and our winner is "Immigrant Song" by Led Zeppelin, used in Thor Ragnarok. I mean, this song is like the score of this movie.
Yeah,
It's like you, sir.
It's
and
integrated.
it fits perfectly. Yeah,
it
fits
perfectly
super-
fits
We
it.
didn't say our- we keep
I
forgetting
know,
our
we keep forgetting honorable
mentions.
mentions. Honorable mention for me that wasn't included. What Is Love by Hadaway, used in Thank You for Your Service for a great, funny, heartwarming moment in that movie.
Mine was "The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down" by Joan Baez and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. But yeah, again, the immigrant song, it was just used so perfectly in Thor Ragnarok. And yeah,
Yeah.
again, it was like the score. It was
It was the
used
score.
throughout.
It was the hands down pick for me on this one.
Yeah.
Your started this one. Yep.
So this one is best tearjerker.
Yeah.
So these are movies that made us weep a little.
Maybe we blow. Yeah, that was the qualifications. Just
Not all these movies made me cry, but I definitely got choked up. on
Yeah,
them.
they made me
Yeah.
emotional for sure. Yeah, honorable mention, Logan. While I didn't feel it was as emotional as some other people did, there was definitely some moments in the beginning I couldn't help but get, you can't get choked up a little bit at.
So mine was Lady Bird. Again,
So-
it's not like super emotional, but
It has some
it
sad
spoke
moments.
to my heart.
Yeah.
So
Our nominees, Coco,
Split,
3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri,
Wonder.
and our winner, Only the Brave.
Oh my gosh, this movie
Not
made me
enough
cry.
people have seen this movie. It's a very, very well-made movie. It's about a real-life event. It is really sad.
The impact is so powerful. In the
It's
end.
hard.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those hard not to cry at. Definitely one of those man cry movies for
Yeah.
sure. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really, really good.
Yeah. Bring the tissues.
Bring the tissues, yeah. All right, our next one, we had a conversation before we even did our acting. This is our best digital performance. So this could mean voice acting, CGI capture,
Motion
performance,
capture,
motion
yeah.
capture. This is kind of, digital performance. Narration,
Yeah.
anything, digital performance.
Someone who physically doesn't appear in the movie.
Yeah, and honorable mention for me, I'm going to bring him again, Frank Oz in Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Great. He brought it out. He brought the voice back to Yoda.
Mine was Anthony Gonzalez in Coco, who plays Miguel. He's just such a good
Very
job
good as well.
So our nominees are Bradley Cooper, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2,
Kate McKinnon in Ferdinand,
Taika Waititi, Thor Ragnarok,
Steve Zahn for War for the Planet of the Apes.
And our winner, Andy Serkis.
Who else was it gonna be?
I mean, he's amazing.
A lot of people,
so amazing.
A lot of people say he should be nominated for just best performance in
best
general.
actor, yeah. Like,
and I thought this was his out of all the Planet of the Apes movies in general.
I think he was better in Dawn, actually, but
no, I think
he's so good.
I think he had more screen time in this compared to Dawn, and I think that's why I connected more to it. Like, even when it started, and I realized, oh, there isn't really a human lead in this. I didn't even think of it because I was just like, oh yeah, it's Caesar.
It's just
Caesar's
amazing what they can capture from his facial, like,
just everything.
Yeah,
he embodies Caesar, and
I don't know how he moves his body like that.
Yeah.
I don't.
He's part animal for sure.
Yeah. So he's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically invented the motion capture performance.
Yeah, without him, we wouldn't be where we're at probably with that in technology. Yeah. Let's go ahead.
So our next few awards are for like moments.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is best scary moment.
Yeah, as I said, horror is really good.
Yeah.
So the jump scares and such were out in fever pitch.
Yeah. So my honorable mention was the scene where the Losers Club fights Pennywise in the house in it.
Mm-hmm. Very good scene. And mine is, all I'm going to say is Chris finding the pictures in Get Out. If you've seen Get Out, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's go over our nominees. This one's not really a moment, but the entire movie of Detroit. That movie is scary. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
The scene featuring the garage slideshow in it.
Mm-hmm. He said he jumped out of his seat for that one.
Oh, scary. Okay.
Another nominee is the Beast transformation in Split and everything with the Beast. Mm-hmm. Terrifying.
The rape scene from Wind River was horrifying.
Yeah, it's definitely almost a little different from the rest of our nominees, but wow.
It was horrifying. Well, Detroit is horrifying in the same way.
Yeah, it's horrifying in the same. It's hard to watch for sure. Yeah. But our winner, as soon as this scene ended, I knew, wow, I was in for a heck of a ride. It's Pennywise attacking Georgie at the beginning of it.
Boy, does this set the tone for this movie. And neither of us had seen the miniseries.
No, and
neither of us had read the book, so we had no introduction to it, and it was just like shockingly violent and intense, and it just completely took me off guard.
It immediately just, man, it was
just the fact that they did this to like a young child.
Yeah. This movie was like, oh yeah, we have balls to do this.
Yeah.
So very excited for it. Chapter 2 can't come soon enough.
No.
All right. Our next category is best LOL moment. There are a lot of, even if movies aren't very good, sometimes there's always that great joke that's in them, and these are our favorite laugh out loud moments in all of 2017. We had some really good ones. This one was a weird laugh out loud moment for me, my honorable mention, because I wasn't supposed to laugh at it. But it's the secret code in Geostorm. If you've seen Geostorm, you know what you're talking about. I almost rolled out of my seat. I was laughing that hard.
Hilarious. There's really like funny. A scene where Gerard Butler says this like, he tells this like story,
but it turns out it's a secret.
It turns out that him and Jim Sturgis had this secret code when they were kids, and it actually means this, and it was
really
so
funny. It was really funny.
Mine is the grapefruit the scene where Tiffany Haddish explains the grapefruit technique to the other girls girls trip.
This is one of those that I missed. It was in theaters right before movie passed. It dropped its price, and I'm really excited to see it. I'm definitely going to see it sooner or later here coming up.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Okay. So our nominees
are The Room premiere from The Disaster Artist.
That whole scene is great. The nipple joke in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. That is, I still talk about that one joke in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 because it's so funny.
The scene from Lady Bird where the football coach takes over the school play and is blocking it. It's so funny.
I love that scene.
This one's going to sound weird if you haven't seen this movie.
Phantom Thread, as dramatic as that movie is, there's a really funny scene where Alma is buttering her toast. And she's being very loud during breakfast.
She like butters her toast and it literally sounds like
a jackhammer.
It sounds like a dump truck driving through a nitroglycerin plant.
Yeah.
He's just like...
He's not happy about it.
You disrupted my breakfast.
Yeah, it's actually really funny.
It's supposed to be funny, but
I don't know how funny it's supposed to be, but it's really
hilarious. And then our winner is the scene where Jack Black teaches Karen Gillan how to flirt in Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle.
That whole
so
scene
funny.
is so great. Jack Black at his
He
best.
steals the movie.
He steals the movie.
Yeah.
This is the one category where we looked at each other and said,
There's
"Yeah,
only one.
there's only one winner."
Yeah. There's no nominees. There's no honorable mentions. There's literally just a winner.
Go ahead. It's all you, man.
WTF moment. The entire film of Mother.
If you haven't seen this movie, I wouldn't recommend exactly watching it unless you.
I want to force people to watch this movie, like a Clockwork
It
Orange
is so
style.
weird. It's so weird. It's beyond weird. It's one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
I know, but I'm dying to see it again. It's so
it's-
weird. But it was such a unique experience. I've never experienced a movie like this in my life.
Yeah.
I don't know that I ever will. I don't think I'll ever experience another movie like this in my life.
If you ever
It
say
was
yourself you're gonna watch it, prepare yourself. You're in for a heck of a ride.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's 2 hours of just going
yeah. Yeah. What? That's pretty much.
But at the
it.
same time, it was awesome.
Yeah. All right. So our next category, most underrated movie of the year, multiple times. This is either in critics or box office or just people in general.
Audience,
The
yeah.
audience. All three.
Well, I guess that's
account-
under box office.
All
yeah.
three account for this. We just thought these were ones that,
Or maybe
not-
awards.
awards
yeah.
or Oscars.
Yeah.
These are ones not given enough love. My honorable mention is Only the Brave. An extremely well movie. I didn't feel like got a lot of audience support, and I hope now that after it's out, we can get people to go see this movie and buy it and watch it because it's incredible. It's very good.
Mine was Molly's Game, which was very well liked by the critics. It was never going to be a box office hit, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of baffled as why this doesn't have more of a presence in the award scene. Only for the screenplay. This movie is so much better than just a screenplay.
Yeah.
Okay, so our nominees are Blade Runner 2049.
Bombing at the box office.
Just did not. Yeah, I don't understand why people didn't. I guess
I
people aren't
kinda get it.
into the Blade Runner thing, but oh man, they missed out.
Yeah, especially Detroit for the Oscars. What happened? This movie's incredible.
And the critics liked it. Yeah, I guess that was.
I would just mostly say,
it was
the
complete
Oscars.
non-factor.
It was a non-factor, the Oscars, and it's a shame because this movie is impactful and it delivers, and it should have got a couple nominations in there for sure.
It comes at night. The audience did not respond to this movie, and I was completely blown away by it.
Yeah, mismarketed for sure, and which is a shame.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because it's a great film.
Yeah.
And Wind River again. Where was Oscar love for Wind River? It's so well written, especially the script itself is so good. I wish it would have gotten some more support from the critics. Yeah.
Yeah. And then our winner is Logan Lucky.
Yeah.
Why people didn't go see this movie?
This is both.
It came
Critics
and went
and-
with a whimper. I mean, it has a good critical score, but it's just this movie
Nobody's
made
talking
so
about
little
it. Nobody's
impact,
talking
and we
about
both loved it so much.
Yeah.
We're like, why are people talking about this movie
Yeah.
more?
I wish people
it was
did.
so funny. It was just Steven Soderbergh. He really hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. All right.
So the opposite of that is the most
Ooh.
overrated movie of the year. So this one we kind of have to explain a little bit. For our nominees, there was one that was kind of in the middle. There were two that were on opposite ends. One that I think is way overrated and Cody loved. One that Cody thinks is way overrated and I loved. And then we actually had a tie for our
two in
win.
the middle.
So those were two that were towards the top on both of ours.
but not number ones.
Yeah.
But honorable mentions. Coco was one for me. Hearing so much about it, I didn't think it lived up to the hype before I saw it, but it's still a very, very well made film. So I can't. No, I'm not judging it too hardcore.
Mine was Mudbound. It was
Forget-
alright,
for
but
the awards nominations
it
it
was
did,
not that great.
Okay.
And the thing it got the most recognition for was a screenplay, and I thought the screenplay was horrible. So that movie just kind of didn't really work for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our nominees, American Made. I did really enjoy this movie.
So that was the one that was in the middle.
That
for
one was
us.
kind of in the middle for us. Yeah, I I
It's
did
just
think
critically, I don't think it was as good as
but I still really enjoyed it. I know he didn't like it as much as I did, but
I still liked it.
we still thought it was maybe a little overrated.
Beauty and the Beast. This is one that I thought was way overrated. I thought it was kind of. I did not like it.
I love this movie. I love Beauty.
Everyone else loves it, and I'm like, do we see the same movie? Like, this movie was garbage. But anyway.
And then this is the opposite. I was so bummed when I saw this movie. My biggest disappointment of 2017, Dunkirk.
I love this movie so much.
I get it. I understand why people loved it so much. It just did not hit any of the tones that I was expecting it to. It did not move me at all. Mm-hmm. It's an extremely well-made movie, but just a really big letdown. I was expecting a lot more.
Okay, so our winners.
Our tie. Well, yeah, you can announce the first one.
So our first one is Logan.
Mm-hmm.
It's really solid.
Get some hate for that one.
We both really liked it, but it came out in like January, February, and we didn't see it till like December or even this January.
Yeah.
So it just had built so much hype, and it just didn't live up to it. It was.
And I thought it came out at the wrong time. If this had been before another couple X-Men movies, where it was still like what happened in the story, like the timeline matters, I think it would have been much more impactful. But now that
I don't know,
the X-Men movies have muddled the storyline, I thought that didn't help its cause, where it didn't have. It's not a chapter really in either of storylines, either of the timelines.
I came into this movie like being told it was like one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. I'm like, afterwards I was like, that's not even like in my. X-Men. I think there are like 3 X-Men movies that I like.
I could
more
agree.
Than this.
Yeah,
so
I could agree.
it just it
one of
was
my
good,
movies,
but it didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah, and also one of my favorite parts about X-Men movies is the team dynamic, and this is a very
doesn't have
solo
it.
movie,
Yeah.
so you know that could have taken away from it. The other one, Darkest Hour, got a lot of award nominations, and while Gary Oldman is amazing,
this movie is not one of the best
and
pictures of the year.
it looks very good. It definitely is slow and has its boring moments.
It's just pure Oscar bait, and it does not land on like many levels. I was very disappointed by this movie.
Yeah. Still, again, 2 very good movies, but
they
didn't
live up to
the hype. Yeah.
Darkest Hour didn't really have hype. It's just like this got nominated for Best Picture, like, and I saw it before it got nominated for Best Picture, but I was like, oh, it's like, it was like good, but like, come on.
All right, so worst performance.
Yeah, so we wanted to limit our worst categories because we wanted to focus on the best.
Yeah.
We wanted to focus on what we like. So we just have worst performance. We didn't split it actor, actress, just worst performance, and we have worst picture.
Yeah, so worst performance, honorable mention, I'll throw out there, John Lithgow in Pitch Perfect 3. After seeing just Daddy's Home 2, I thought, oh, man needs a paycheck. Pitch Perfect 3, man must have been desperate for a paycheck because that accent was really bad. I love you, John Lithgow. Get some better work, dude.
Val Kilmer is horrifying in The Snowman. That's all.
I did not get to see The Snowman, so
that's my honor.
I'm hearing how bad it is, and it's making me even more excited to see it. So, our nominees.
Alessandra Ambrosio for Daddy's Home 2.
Kim Basinger for 50 Shades Darker.
Jamie Dornan, 50 Shades Darker.
Michael Pena for Chips.
And our winner is James Corden, The Emoji Movie.
Ooh.
I hated him so much in this movie.
And I felt bad.
I wanted to punch him in the face.
I remember after...
He's so annoying.
After Into the Woods came out, I literally turned to him after it was over and I said, he's going to be something. He's going to be a star.
He's so good.
I loved him in that. And I love, watching him on...
Late
night with interviews and stuff. Late night. But this movie, his voice drives me insane. I want to put nails in my brain.
Yeah, it was like nails.
I felt bad saying that,
so
but he is at 200%, 24/7 for 90 minutes, and it really grades. And I felt bad saying that, but
I don't. Whatever.
Wow, man, just stick to late night, my friend.
Okay, so now worst pictures. These are our worst least favorite movies of the year. We actually ended up dodging a lot of bad movies because the movies that we missed, we weren't dying to see the ones that were supposed to be bad, so we focused on the ones that were supposed to be good.
Yeah.
So we
tried to see everything anyway, but
so this movie or this list, I mean they're all bad, but we didn't see as many bad movies as we will this year when we see everything.
Yeah.
So
honorable mention, because he had such a fun time laughing at it, he didn't have it as high on his list as I did on mine because I hate this movie.
I didn't have it on my list.
Yeah, exactly. That was the problem. 50 Shades Darker, those movies are horrendous. 50 Shades Darker is no exception. It didn't make our nominations, but wow, that's a bad movie.
Mine was just getting started. Cody didn't see it. It was horrible.
I missed out on
hated it
that
so
one,
much.
and I'm happy I missed out on that one.
It was so bad.
But our nominees, these are what we consider 5 of the worst movies of the year. Chips,
Friend Request,
Geostorm,
Pitch Perfect 3.
and our winner, the Emoji Movie.
It could only be the Emoji.
It could only
Movie.
be.
It was
I
so
mean,
bad.
there was 2 other ones that he missed out on, like Kidnap and Baywatch.
But you missed out on some too.
I missed out on some
so-
too. But the Emoji Movie, wow, it's
So
just
bad.
90 minutes of soulless,
Yeah.
corporate
I
made.
went into depression watching it. It was so bad.
It's bad. It's really.
You're like,
bad.
how can an animated movie be that bad? But like, it just is.
It's really bad. It's
so
it's
bad.
the epitome of like, just. I don't even know what to say about it. It's
Just
that bad.
avoid it at all costs. It's not like, and it's not enjoyable bad. It's just like soul crushingly bad.
Yeah. If your kids like it, whatever.
Oh my god, I would be concerned. Like,
I
I would
would-
seek out a mental health professional.
All right. So our next category: best breakthrough performer.
So this isn't necessarily for a specific performance. Like some of these were in multiple movies, or it's just
Yeah.
people who like really made an impact this year.
Yeah, and there are a couple. I think there's 1 or 2 maybe on this list that were in other movies that we were aware of, but
Yeah.
this year they really
They
went into
just
the limelight,
really, like, yeah.
and bam, it's like welcome to the jungle. That's if we had some even Jumanji in this, that would have been funnier, but we don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, my honorable mention: Beanie Feldstein, who's actually Jonah Hill's sister. She plays the best friend in Lady Bird.
Yeah.
She is great in this movie. I really want them to do a movie together, but I think she was great. I hope she gets some bigger work here coming up.
Mine's Timothée Chalamet, who is he was in 3 movies this year, and he was great in the other 2, but like Call Me by Your Name, I mean, wow. So he was mine.
All right,
So
nominees.
Nominees are Gal Gadot,
Jessica Roth,
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Tessa Thompson.
So it's 4 ladies, and then our winner is Caleb Landry Jones.
What a year.
So,
Dear.
yeah,
Oh
he-
my gosh. He showed up out of nowhere. He shows up, first of all, he shows up in American Made. That was the first movie I saw him
Yeah.
in. And I was like, oh wow, this guy's
Yeah,
such
I
a...
might have seen Get Out before.
He said this guy's such a dirt.
No, I did see American.
I was like, wow, this guy's such a dirtbag
Yeah.
in that movie, and he's just such a low life, and it's like kind of funny though.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw
Get Out.
Get Out, and I was just like, wow, this guy's
Yeah, he's
creepy
so
as
good at
hell.
that,
He is terrifying in that movie. The look he gives
Yeah.
Daniel Kaluuya in that movie, I'm like, oh my gosh,
But
this guy's
and then
scary.
Cody didn't see the Florida Project, but then I saw the Florida Project, and he popped up in that for like a scene or 2, and I was like, oh, like this dude's in everything, and then he's in 3 billboards.
As like a normal person.
And actually, I think that's his best performance of.
Yeah, he's like a normal, like just businessman, and he's like very, like he's very sly business guy,
yeah.
and it's all 3 performances are so different,
Yeah.
and he's a standout. Man, what a
And
good-
actually, so then I went to look at his IMDb credits because I'm like, where did this guy come from? He was actually in X-Men First Class. He's Banshee in X-Men First Class.
really,
Yeah.
that looks nothing like him.
So Caleb Landry
Ah.
Jones just
What a
for this one
shame.
it was more about like quantity. Like
Yeah.
he just was in everything, and
It didn't help that the
He was
quantity
good in
too.
everything,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not like he was in crap. No, he was in 3
Right.
very well movies.
so this is
next-
our last one for this portion.
Yeah, for our more lighthearted ones, our last one, best ensemble.
Which actually I think should be a category at the Oscars, or like casting.
Yeah, best casting, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think casting directors
Deserve
deserve something like this. I would say it needs to be included. Casting
That's
directors
the
are very.
one, yeah.
That's the most underrated job in Hollywood, in my opinion. Casting directors help shape these films incredibly well.
Yeah.
Hopefully, by some point, they will get their own category.
Yeah, some people I think at the Oscars are like, oh, comedy. I'm like, I don't really feel, but casting directors, yes, I feel like best casting or best ensemble, something to those. They kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah. So these were the movies we thought overall had an amazing cast and were very well rounded. My honorable mention, Baby Driver. Even though there aren't a super ton of people in this, the 8 or 9 that are solidly in it are all really good. Everybody's awesome in that movie.
Mine is 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah.
It's winning 2 acting Oscars. I mean, what can I say? The acting is like,
Oh yeah, top
it's
notch.
the best acting of the year.
Yeah, top notch. Our nominees:
The Disaster Artist,
Lady Bird,
Logan Lucky,
The Shape of Water,
and our winner, and I think this should win if it was also best casting.
yeah,
It. The kids. I mean,
where did they find these kids?
Yeah, these kids are so great, and casting kids is so hard. They could really just. It's
they
hard.
could show
You never
up,
know.
Yeah, they could show up on set and just the lights
Yeah.
go out. But where they found all these kids.
They have such great chemistry and camaraderie.
Yeah,
together.
everybody's so good. There isn't a weak link in the bunch, and they're all fantastic. And
And then Bill Skarsgård.
Oh yeah, and then you had some of the older kids and 1 or 2 adults you had in that movie, and just everybody.
It just has such a wonderful cast. Yeah.
Very worthy of an awards like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for tuning into our first part here of the Fanscars. We got 2 more parts coming up here. We got our more technical awards, and then we have our favorite top 10 favorite films of the year.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Comment, like, subscribe. Check us out for the next coming videos.
Thanks. Bye.
See you guys.